There's a lot of people that are mechanically terrific and really great, and just like in painting, but it's what it's saying. It's saying something to you. And when I play, and I'm saying this, and this is nothing to do with ego, people feel what I'm feeling. There are a few that are nice. I mean, when I say nice, that's wrong. I said it wrong. There's some that are, you know, it's the old saying, when you meet someone, two people in show business meet on the street, one says to the other, you know, I'm tired of talking about me. What do you think of me? Gerald Delet. I'm 83 years old. I used to be a semi-pro basketball player, semi-pro softball pitcher. I'm a tax consultant, an accountant. I manage many people in the entertainment business, such as Kool and the Gang.
We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's all right.
Manhattans, Regina Bell. I worked with Al Pacino, Alan Alda. I did films like Serpico, Dog Day Afternoon, Scarface.
Tony Montana!
I guess I won't brag about myself too much. Phoebe Snow was another one of my acts, and I have a lot of good friends in the business, and I enjoyed every time, every work I ever did in that business. I retired from the business at the age of 60, and I took up the piano. I took lessons from a famous jazz teacher called Lee Evans, and I started work outside in the clubs and so forth. I started knowing 3 songs. I now can play 1,100 songs. I'm making this album for the purpose of leaving something to my children. It was the whole idea at first. And I spoke with a fellow named Bill Dern, who managed New Edition, who I was part of at some point also. He said, why don't you make an album for the older generation and have all those people that sing with you now? I have a 90-year-old singer, I have 70-year-old singers, and it's never too late. He said, why don't you do an album? And there's so many avenues to sell something like this. And he said, so I thought of a title and would call it Music That Has Not Lost Its Romance, because of today's music is a lot different than I know. Not that it's bad, it's just different. So we got together, and we got a lot of different people that want to play on it and sing on it. Gerald Olson from the Manhattans wants to, Eric Mercury from Roberta Flack, this fellow Vince Giordano is a major band leader, and I'm only giving you these names to just give you a history, not for any bragging rights or anything like that, but it's really nice that you know that things that I did in my life to try and help people, things come back to you when you really try and do your best in this world. And the world would be a lot better off if that was true. And that's it. And I met my friend Everard, who attempts to keep me in line, and he's going to put this thing together for me for the website and for the video. And we have a few producers on the album and so forth. And my wonderful lady Barbara is really helping with all this stuff. And if it wasn't for her, this couldn't all have been done. I always had a desire for it. When I was 9 years old, my aunt was a piano teacher, and I took it for 2 years, but I was a street guy. I wanted to get back in the street and play my sports and play basketball and softball and sneak out to the pool room and stuff. That's the truth. And so I stopped, and then when I sort of semi-retired at the age of 60, I decided I was going to take up piano because I always loved it and always wanted it. It's like I say to people that, you know, sometimes you see a person who can paint, and he picks up a paintbrush and he paints, and you say, where'd that come from? And it's not something you can teach, it's something you feel. There's a lot of people that are mechanically terrific and really great, and just like in painting, but it's what it's saying. If it's saying something to you. And when I play, and I'm saying this, and this is nothing to do with ego, people feel what I'm feeling. And it seems I've had a lot of compliments in the sense of that they say I relax them. They just feel relaxed with the type of playing. It's not so much so fancy, but they feel the notes. You know, some singers, what makes a great singer is you feel what they're singing. It's not about screaming or there are a few that can scream and get away with it, but most of the time you want to relax. You don't want to, unless I guess you're high somewhere or something, then it doesn't matter. I always thought life never ends. People say life is short. I say you're dead a long time. It's not that life is short. And I just believe that it's never too late for anything. I mean, God forbid, illness or sickness or something like that. And I believe that, people don't change. I mean, this was always me. People become who they are. They don't change. You get someone who's all of a sudden got rich and you say, geez, he really became a nasty person. He was always a nasty person. It's like, I can't put anything political in this, right? No, right. Okay. But I have a good example of who our leader, and I've always been a people person. I've always, yes, I had to make money. I have 3 daughters and so forth and so on, but relationships were very important to me. I think that's the most important thing in life. And relationship with a mate, your mate has to be your friend just like you. Because when you're a kid, you think about it, who do you want to go out and play with? You don't want to stay with your parents, you want to go to your friends. So why not later in life be with a mate that's a friend? All the other stuff wears off, friendship doesn't. I would say the most important thing is to be kind. And we all have red blood. If you find someone with yellow blood, then they're different. That's my message. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. He knows me. You want me to play it or not?
Play, go for it.